YouTube? Buckfastercaster number 45, I think. I should really engrave the backplate. The reason I haven't engraved the backplate this one is because it's been scratched by a previous owner. Billy, MC, Sid, Mon Pinky, and such. So I'll probably put a new neckplate on it. So, new Switch time. I was thinking about this. I don't like the name. But I mean, you'll know it if you ever... You know, my name's Malcolm. Malco. I don't like being called Malky, right? Which is quite a common Scottish thing. I mean, it's like giving it the Malky, you know, it's like kicking shit out or something like that. So this might be called the Malky switch, that's an unofficial term. But so what it does, we've got like a Strat, as you can see. 5-way switch, works as normal, tone for each one of these. Nothing really fancy going on. Got a special switch. So what this switch is, right, so you're just in single coil on the bridge. When you flip the switch, you get single coil on the bridge in parallel with these two in series. So these two are running as a humbucker, like a big fat bastard humbucker, with this in parallel, which gives you the high end as well as it. If you go to the neck position when you've got the switch on, you get the fat humbucker, which is just these two, which is a little bit muddy. To be honest, I wanted just to hit the switch just to do that one thing, but it wasn't possible with the switch I had. So, and if you're in positions 2, 3 or 4, or 2, 3 or 4, basically the way it's wired, it gives you what would normally be position 2, which is these two in parallel. So when you're in, when you're in special mode, you've got all 3 pickups on, these two in series, this in parallel. If you're in the middle position, you get these two as your normal position 2, and if you're in the neck position, you get this one as fat. There you go. That's it. So this is a guitar I just picked up last week. So as you can hear, the bridge pickup, like it is in pretty much all Strats, is quite sharp. And then position 2. Middle pickup. Position 4. And then the neck pickup. And if I hit my special switch when I'm in the neck position, hope that's picking up. It really is much more woomph to it. Maybe it makes a bit more difference with distortion. You do still have the tone. Okay, you don't want to be using the tone. And if you go into the bridge position, you get the special mode. It's maybe quite a subtle difference, but it doesn't have the spikiness that the bridge pickup on its own has. So here's a bridge pickup on its own. Maybe strumming it shows you a bit more. So bridge pickup on its own. It's just like, because this pickup's still on, so it's still, all the sounds that you're getting are still there from the bridge pickup on its own, but you get this sort of deeper, more harmonically rich sound in below it. Yeah, so get some distortion on. You can hear it there a wee bit. There's the single coil just as usual. Fat. get when you're in the special mode. See, because it's a click, you kind of imagine that it is doing something, eh? Electrically, it's not, but it definitely, this is the neck position. Oh, it's doing something. So is that. Okay, so there's some voodoo in it. Electrically, I know what it's doing. But right, so it's giving no. Yeah. Electrically, it's doing something different. This position is definitely these two as a humbucker with this one on as well, and this one is definitely just these two as a humbucker. Well, do we check it with a screwdriver, see what it's actually doing? So this is, as I said, it's just these two as a humbucker. So on, not on. No, it is on. No, it's not on. Not on. No. No. It is on there because that's this one and this one, and this one isn't, and then this one is this one and this one and this one. Yeah. So, as far as I'm aware, definitely this position that the L3 pickups on with these two and series, definitely just these two as position 2, something, and then definitely just these two. So these two are kind of subtle differences, very subtle differences. Yeah, so. I'll put clean out as a backing. I made a mistake and played it wrong there. Middle position, never use that. Bridge. That backing track, I keep using, I keep playing the same thing. so it does look like it's got 10 sounds. There does seem to be a difference between the ones which are unintentional and there's voodoo going on, and the magic that doesn't exist but is there, does something. Electrically they shouldn't be in the circuit, but maybe having it in the circuit, even though it's not active, changes the impedance. I'll go with that. So what's happening is, even though this pickup is only in the circuit for the first two, the impedance changes because it's kind of in the circuit but shorted out, so that you do tend to get 5 things. But you don't. These are the sounds that a Strat needs because they're very thin without it. You know, you can't really get a thing. But that's as sharp as you can, as bassy and rocking as you can get a normal Strat. And that's definitely not as much as. Knocked it out of tune a wee bit. Yes, the A's gone. Strings are just on it, so. But you didn't get a chance of doing metal. Can I do that? Not really. Try my Sabbath bus pedal. Iron Maiden. I'm enjoying this a bit too much. Well, I've not actually even really told you about the guitar. That pedal is damn noisy though. Yeah. Yeah, so this is the wee Encore Pink Strat that I got last week. They're really actually pretty good guitars. They do need a little bit of work to make them work, but not that much. I mean, it's, apart from the switch, it's pretty much just cleaned, set up, and painted stupid. Or not. Painted awesome, not stupid. So we've got our green. Good. I'm getting better at this paint job thing. There are a few wee dinks in it, but those dinks were already in the guitar. I just never bothered to sand them. So it's like British Racing Green Marigold. I shouldn't be giving away my secrets in the Buckfaster label stuck to the headstock. I did reshape the headstock a little bit. It was a wee bit pointy. Basically what I did was I put that on it there, and drew around it, and then just belt sanded the bastard. So it's a little bit more of a Fender. It's still not quite a Fender headstock, but it's not an ugly one. The guitar itself is super light. I weighed it last night, I can't remember what it was. But I always think kind of go like 3.5 kilograms is kind of middle. Once you get over 4, it starts to become heavy, and less than 3, it starts to become light. This comes in at 2.7, which I think is roughly about the same as the super lightweight Yamaha. Which, I mean, there was a thing in this even definitely in the late 70s that heavy gave you better tone. Light doesn't. Light makes it just easier to play, and even if you're talking about taking it to a party or going to the studio or something like that, having it in your back, it does make a difference having a kilogram less. 2.7 is, it's like a kilogram less than most, well, the average guitar. But it's got a lovely neck on it, really. These are a good proper rosewood fingerboard. I'm not sure the exact year of these because they don't have serial numbers on them. I didn't upgrade the tuners because these ones work okay. You can see they were a belt sanded the headstock. They work okay. You could upgrade them. I don't think they necessarily need it. That would be an option if you really wanted to. And the same with the pickups. I mean, the pickups are okay. It's like look. That's how you tell good single coils and shit ones. Shit ones don't have an E. It's like pure dung dung. It's like no, but these are. I've been using the new sounds, but these are just the stock ones. Switch down the way off. A bit brighter than that. Really just learn how to play that song. I learned that when I've been playing for about 6 months, and I've never forgotten it, but never actually learned how to play the rest of the song. Nothing but kudos points for knowing which song that is. A great fun guitar. I've been playing it. Well, I was messing about with it last night before I had to take it to bits. Fucking wired up wrong, hadn't I? Everyone was great apart from I wasn't sure what I'd done, but basically everyone was working apart from the neck humbucker thing, and it was like my super idea for a switch didn't work. Then I'll go back and just put in something a bit more normal now, and it's like, oh, I didn't put an earth wire on it. I just forgot to put one of the. I'd drawn it on a bit of paper that I decided, oh, obviously you need to put an earth wire on to ground the two pickups, and it's like I didn't do that, so it didn't make a sound. Now it does. Ah, gee, that was interesting. What the only sound that wasn't working was the neck position with that earth. So in all the other positions, it was doing something. So again, maybe I don't need to know exactly what's going on, only that it does it. And maybe there's a little bit of a surprise in it for me as well, with the in between sound. So known element. That might just be the neck humbucker. And then this is not. And then that is. Right, okay. So I'm now thinking that position 3, which is actually how I originally designed it. Okay, it was. So position 3 is the neck, these two as a humbucker. And then position 2 is position 2 as a normal Strat position 2. And then position 1 is all 3 on. Yeah, and then I wasn't really sure what was going to happen with positions 4 and 5, so I put a wee loop wire in to do something. So that is the same as... So that is something else. Rocking. I mean, got it playing better than most guitars, and it's fantastic. Really light, which is good. I mean, if you're looking for a beginner guitar, you're almost better off just trying to buy. Look at the Encore. This one was pink. It had a mother of pearl toilet seat scratch plate thing on it, which actually the mother of pearl just peeled off because it's old. And it was an Encore. And it's a good guitar. Better than a Harvey Bastard. And I mean, you saw me playing this last week with the pink one, and basically all I'd done then, like literally all I did was unbolt the neck, stick a shim in, put the neck back on again to get the action down, and that was me playing it, and it was great anyway. So I kind of already knew this guitar was great before I did anything to it. That was nothing. That was even with the strings that were 10 years old on it, and absolutely manky, and nothing adjusted whatsoever. And the truss rod works in it and everything. It's like, but already kind of knew it was going to be good. So maybe I'm going to have to keep my eye open for those guitars. The only downside about them is because they're that pink, and they're not a really nice pink. But this is what a beginner guitar should be: lightweight, really easy to play chords on. Really light. I'm hardly just resting my fingers on them. Lovely, and you're able to play your open chords like beginner stuff, but also it does fine. See, there's the thing with the humbucker as well. It's like they're not as good and clean, whereas if you got it in single coil, you get a lovely bring to it. My question would be, is it actually better having this particular switch than the more common and much easier to do, and everyone knows about it, Gilmore switch, which basically gives you the neck pick, you can get the outside two pickups on together in parallel, or all 3 on. The all 3 on, not really in, but it's worth it getting the outside too. But that's still a Stratty sound. That's kind of like a telly sound, whereas the making it into humbucker gives you more of a Gibson-y heavy metal sound. So if you're maybe not so much playing, like sort of the classic-y rock and stuff like that, if you're trying to play metal, your Metallica or Megadeth on a Strat, single coils are a bit thin and joyous when you really just want bah! And it's like this does that now with a switch without actually, you don't lose anything apart from the fact it's got a switch in it. 26 minutes talking pish. Actually, I'm going over to Edinburgh tonight to do a Trade Tuesday guitar swap thing. The 8-string Jackson, which I just can't play. 8 strings is just too many. 7 I can do, because you can just ignore the 7. The 7th, the low B, and then just play everything, just ignoring it, and then when you need it, it's there. Whereas on the 8, that's out the window because I can't skip 2 strings, so I just get lost all the time. Plus the neck's about this wide. It's like about this wide. I even told the guys, you have played an 8 string before, you know the neck's as wide as the Clyde. He's over in Edinburgh. So swapping for a Schecter. My first Schecter that isn't a real Schecter. Well, when I say real, being snobby, but I've got a few Schecter guitars, but they are from the 80s, built in America, and then in the 2000s, the Schecter Diamond series came out because it got bought over by a new owner, and they're like made in Korea, so it's kind of like your Chapmans, your PRSSE. I suppose the natural progression from the Hondo Formula 1 and Samick, because I think that's who they make them. I don't know if Samick still exists, but I think the factory, the people are still there. They've just maybe changed the name. So it's got an amazing barrel top on it. I was just thinking of I really quite fancy at some point get myself a proper Ibanez RG. You know, like, I mean, that is an RG. It's a proper Ibanez RG, but it's not RG shaped. So I quite fancy an RG shaped Floyd Rose, you know, super strap. That's what this Schecter is. It's basically an Ibanez RG. It's got an upside down headstock, which is obviously a slightly different shape, but apart from that, it kind of looks like your Iron label or Axiom labels, or not the highest end Ibanez, but kind of in the middle. It's like an £800 guitar. Kind of looks like that, and it's made in Indonesia, so it might even be made in the same factory as the Ibanez one, which looks very similar. So I'm quite looking forward to seeing what that's like. Ideally, I would wait till Thursday because the guy's off on Thursday and I could go over during the day. But so I was like, I'll just go over on Thursday. That'll be fine during the day rather than doing it at night. And then it's like I've got that sort of itchy, kind of new guitar. Well, wait 2 days or go now. I'll go now. I'll just go tonight and get it. I need to message him and make sure it's okay with him though. And whatever I do, I'm going to hit the fucking Edinburgh bypass at rush hour there and on the way back. Or maybe do I just wait till 6 o'clock so I get there at 7 o'clock? No, if I wait till... I'll tell you tomorrow. Rock on. And this is Buckfastercaster number 45. It's a really good guitar. Eventually, I'm going to have to keep a Buckycaster. This might be the one I keep. I'm just thinking if I'm going somewhere camping or something, it's probably too nice. It's too nice for that. I like taking crap things. I never go camping, but you know what I mean. Or going to a party or turn up, because put this in a wee shitty gig bag and it weighs like a kilogram less than most other guitars. That makes a difference. That means I can put a bottle of Bucky in the bag when I'm going, and it'll weigh the same as a normal guitar without the bottle of Bucky stuck in it. Because if you've ever done that, going into the studio taking a bottle of Bucky with you, you realise that, oh, my guitar, that's fine. You put a bottle of Bucky in the bag and it makes a fucking huge difference. My God, so it does. Half an hour, rock on, see you later. I'm going to stop talking now.